What is up, my magical, beautiful people? As always, it's your host, What's Up, Riv, coming at you with the 15th episode of the Right from the River podcast. How you guys doing today? How's it going? How's your Tuesday treating you today? I hope it's going well. I hope you haven't had too much caffeine yet because I got some tea for you guys today. We're not going to get into that just yet. As always, we're going to start the episode off with the ever so consistent, the ever so amazing, best part of the day, the beginning of the bong rip, beginning of the bit bong rip. Oh my God. See, I say it's the best thing of the podcast, but I can't even remember what it's fucking called. Nonetheless, I feel like anything less would not be in character. So anyway, today we got the birthday dog. It's one of my favorite strains. I'm so psyched we got it back in at the shop. I don't know if I've definitely had to have mentioned it. It's 15 episodes in, but I work at a dispo. I'm not going to say which one. Don't worry about it. But yeah, tend to get pretty decent deals for marijuana. So I always try to get new strains. Even if I'm not trying to get something new, always go back to the OG favorite classic strains, Las Favoritas and things like that, you know. But yeah, birthday dog. I love it. It's an indica hybrid. It personally hits me a little more. Just straight indica. I feel like that's just me though. I must have like an iron deficiency or something like that because it doesn't matter what I smoke. It doesn't matter what I eat during the day. It doesn't matter how much I sleep at night or how well my quality of sleep is. I feel like I always am fucking tired, man, and I hate it. And I blame my horrible addiction to caffeine on that. But that's a story for another day, man. Fuck that. I like my caffeine. Even right now. I did good today, I'll be honest. I only had like a Bang Energy and like a little cold brew this morning. And then I have a Coca-Cola right now. Just a small can. But, as you can tell, I'm already talking kind of quick. So yeah, that caffeine's working, baby. So let's get into this. Beginning of the bit bong rip. Smoked out of a chillum, ironically. I haven't gotten a new glass rig yet. No, or not like a new water piece or anything like that. It's kind of like on the fucking bottom of the priority list right now. Let's just say if it was a letter on the priority list, it would be Z. So yeah, we're just gonna be smoking out of the chillum. It's not doing any wrong. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. I mean, shit. I should be getting my tax return here soon. Maybe I might get something with that. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. When I was younger, I spent way too much money on a bong that ended up being broken. It was an accident, you know. I can't be upset about it, but I learned I can't go crazy on glass pieces. But nonetheless, already digressing, let's get into this, man. Some birthday dog to start off the day. Here, let me marker and dope, y'all. Let's smoke. Cheers. Nice. See, and that is one thing that I do kind of like about the chillum a little more than the bong, is I feel like the ASMR kind of background sound you get off of it is like a little bit more pleasant. The bong's just like, you know, and like, I don't know, the chillum kind of sounds like a crackling fire. So it's pleasant. I like it. But anyway, let's get into today's episode. Like I said earlier, I got some tea for y'all. I got some juice. Apparently so do the sirens outside. Here, hold on. Let me let them pass real quick. They might be coming here. I don't know why, but my neighbors are notorious for not, like, using fans and shit like that. Like, I feel like there's a fire truck here at least once a week. But anyway, fire truck's gone. So I wanted to get into a little bit of some tea that happened in Colorado Springs in the local rap scene. I used to be, as you may or may not know, I used to be a rapper. I know. Don't I just give off that persona? But I was fairly involved in the Colorado Springs music scene. I didn't do a lot of like shows, but I did music and collabs with people and stuff like that for SoundCloud and stuff. It was fun. But anyway, there's a local rapper down in the Springs. He's been making music, since I was making music, and that's a fucking minute ago, so probably a good minute. But he had like some beef with another rapper that went down last year, probably around like October, November time. And every rapper gets into beef or whatever, you know, it's part of the industry. But I just wanted to talk about how dude handled the situation, mostly because personally, I think he said some really fucked up shit in this little beef. Him and the other guy were going back and forth in some text conversations and voice messages and shit like that. So real 21st century rap beef, it's all digital. But yeah, let me give a little bit of background. I feel like I've already given a good amount of background. I'm not gonna say dude's name. Nah, fuck it. Let's say dude's name. It's nameless. I'm not gonna use his government name. I'm just gonna go off of his rap name because we're talking about the shit he said under his. No, it's not even under his rap persona. He said some shit, but we're just gonna stick with his rap name. His name is Nameless. Ends with a Z. So Nameless, Less. Got into some beef last year. I don't even know what started the situation. I wasn't involved in it directly. Like, even when stuff was going on, I was seeing it online and really bit my tongue because I wanted to say some things, but it wasn't my place. But at this point, I'm simply giving my commentary on the information that I was able to gather from this situation. Nothing I'm saying is like solid fact and shit like that. It's simply speculation, like I said, based off of information that I was able to gather and me commentating on that. So anyway, now that we covered my ass a little bit with that, yeah, dude got into some beef last year. I don't know what started it, but I'll be honest, the other dude said some really fucked up shit to him too. It's not my place to say, but local rapper, Nameless, had some shit that happened to him in life, kind of thrown in his face by this other dude. And the other guy was calling him some pretty fucked up things too. He called him a derogatory term he called him a derogatory term associated with the LGBT community, which isn't right. It's fucked up. But instead of actually trying to be like the bigger person and like walking away from the situation or saying something that wasn't as fucked up as he did, Nameless decided to also metaphorically punch below the belt. The other rapper, the other person in question is of African American descent, and Nameless responded to the situation with some really racist remarks. I'm gonna read a couple of them. Nothing is like, even if there's like derogatory shit, I'm not gonna say that specifically, but we're just gonna read to get like a basis of what was going on. So yeah, dude said some fucked up things to Nameless to antagonize him. Nameless hit below the belt by responding with some really fucked up things in text message conversation. This stuff was posted by the rapper that he was beefing with in the first place, Avery DePanda, apparently. Like, that's what the dude's name is. So let's see. I'm just going to paraphrase. Like I said, Nameless said some really like racist shit. He calls him, like, in a conversation, let's see, Avery DePanda calls him a dummy diva after using a derogatory term for LGBT people. Let's keep that in mind too. I'm not saying this is a one-sided thing. That's the problem with the world. I feel like so many people watch too much television and media, and a lot of people think that when there's an argument or a heated conversation or a debate or whatever the fuck you want to call it, a lot of people think there is always a solid winner and loser of that situation. But this is real fucking life, man. There is no antagonist or protagonist. We all are capable of fucked up things. We're all capable of good things. And if you respond to fucked up things with more fucked up things, then you can't try to like look down your nose and act like you're holier than thou to other people. Because that's the thing too. Nameless tends to take an approach with his music like he's bringing information to those whose eyes are closed to the bigger scheme, and how he's trying to like unite us all together with his music because we're all at our core the same energy, and all that shit. He wants to try to ride this wave of like performative like wokeness, performative like speech, and acting like he's a person that cares for like the world and stuff like that. And then he wants to turn around and first chance he gets use derogatory verbiage like this. So anyway, just wanted to give a little context before I just started reading these pieces of this text conversation. I don't have the full bit, but these are just pieces of it. Nameless goes on to say, look, darky, says, you want to call me diva, pussycat, F word derogatory to LGBT people, and he says he could play that too. Hits him with a derogatory term that starts with J. I'm not going to say the shit. You can get the fucking gist of it. He says some shit right here. Let's see. Yes, this was the part that pissed me off the most. This was the most contradictory, hypocritical, two-faced fucking thing that Nameless said in the whole conversation. Other than the fact that he's using derogatory terms with a hard R and other awful fucking terms against, that are derogatory towards like black Americans. He says here, okay, I don't care. I purposefully give my songs away for free because I don't need the money. Pretty sure I explained that to you. Okay, whatever, like, cool, that's what you want to do with your music. That's dope. Then in the next sentence, he says, I don't need to succeed at being a rapper to succeed at life. And it's like, oh, wait, hold up. I mean, that's that wasn't the right one. Because that's like not like a terrible thing to say. Like, he didn't say no racist shit there. But he says some more shit. He says, those words don't hurt me, N-word. He says, that's so lame, you don't write. You probably freestyle that mumble mouth, no rhyme crap. Avery produces the beats, then someone else masters it. Y'all are so cool. And this is when he starts getting racist with it again. He says, black people rapping. Oh, that's never been done before. Yawn. Like, what the fuck, my guy? Like, where did he say it? Because there's something else. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was some racist shit. Dog, see, the fucking birthday dog's kicking in. I'm skimming over shit. But he said, I'm pretty sure I explained that to you. I'm white. I don't need to succeed at being a rapper in life. Ugh. And it's just like, dog, so you're going to say, I'm white. I don't need to rap. And you're trying to say it's unoriginal. Like, he's literally saying, ooh, black people rapping. That's never been done before. Like, how are you going to sit here in one sentence try to say things like you're trying to unify people, you're trying to show people that we're all together in this oneness and shit like that, and then you want to turn around and say some fucked up things like that? You immediately, the minute someone hits you below the belt, you hit them below the belt back. You hit them with this quick draw racist bullshit action. And this is the last thing I'm going to play right here. I just wanted to give a little insight on it. And let me back up a bit more and explain why I'm talking about this right now. This happened way back in like August, okay? I tried to brush this off because, again, it's not my, I don't know. Tried to brush it off because I wasn't directly involved with it. But I just saw this dude, Nameless, open for some fucking artist at the Black Sheep in the Springs. And it kind of pissed me off. It kind of really pissed me off that this dude wants to say shit that he doesn't need rap music to succeed in life, and yet he's still trying to open shows. He's still trying to get his name out there and all this fucking bullshit. It makes me mad. It's hypocritical. You're a fucking contradicting person, man, and that's fucked. That is fucked right there. Let's see. I got one more thing I'm going to play. This was kind of like the icing on the racist cake here. This motherfucker just hit him with some more racist shit, man. I just want to say, like, just be warned. There's some profanity coming from a person of, like, Anglo-Saxon, I don't know, Anglo-Saxon specifically, coming from like Caucasian American descent, white American. This is what he says right here. Profanity ahead, so be warned.
Nigger, oh my god, you're so fucking stupid with your bullshit. Like, you want to keep coming at me, man. I don't fucking care. I literally do not care what you say about me. It's fun for me.
What the fuck, man?
I get so much laughs out of this. I have so much fun. And you know what you should do? You should go ahead and screenshot this. Do a whole little screen record thing where you record my voice and then make another post about it. Make another post where you use my messages and you use my voice without my legal express permission. You should do that. It's really, really good for you if you continue to post my messages and my voice recordings without my legal express permission. Please continue to do that. My lawyers love it. It's really, really, really building a case again.
Okay, so you get the gist. Motherfucker starts it off with fucked up word. I mean, you can hear it right there, man. This is the guy saying this shit. I'm not just talking about some he said, she said through text messages. Like, I know text messages, these are excuse me, these are screenshots of text messages. These are just like cropped images on this person's Facebook. So they're obviously, that side is only showing the stuff they want to show in the conversation. So again, take that part with a grain of salt. But Nameless is still the one that said this shit. And then this shit right here, this voice recording, he obviously said that right there. That's him. That's his voice. You can go check out that new fucking Colorado Cypher bullshit that they just dropped at the beginning of the year. That's him in it. And that's after he said some racist shit. And so it's just like, so you don't need, so you want to like nullify an entire community of people in which this music genre came from, but you still want to like be a part of it. You still want to be involved in it. And when this motherfucker got called out on his racist shit online, he played the whole thing that he couldn't be racist because he dated a black Latina woman last year. Like, what kind of fucking argument is that? You couldn't be racist because you dated a black Latina woman. Like, just because you dated one person of color does not mean that, like, oh, here's your never can be racist badge. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Again, I'm not saying this guy is a racist, but I'm saying the stuff he's saying, pretty fucking bad. Especially for someone who claims to not need the genre that they're still intruding on, colonizing in. Fucker. So you can see I get a little heated about it. It's because it's contradicting. It's hypocritical. You want to try to make woke fucking rap music for X amount of years, and then the minute somebody like hits you below the belt, then you try to fucking you don't even try. You hit them below the belt too. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And yeah, it bothers me. I wanted to talk about it just because this dude just did another show. He just opened up for like a pretty good name. I want to say it was like Kasky or some shit like that. Like Kasky has a pretty decent size like following and shit, and this guy's making music still. Just bothers me. It bothers the living shit out of me. And the thing about that voice message too, other than the fact that he starts it off the way he fucking does, he tries to say that it's building a case by the other person posting his videos and messages and recordings without his consent, but he literally lets people repost his music and his statuses and stuff like that. So how is that any different? And plus, you're on a third-party social media platform. You don't have legal privacy guidelines regarding your messages. In fact, I even looked it up. You could send somebody a letter in the post office, and they could take a picture of that, post it on Facebook legally. You have no right to privacy with that. Like, it's just silly. And also, whenever people say my lawyers, 99% of the time that they're telling the truth. It's fucking silly. Just trying to play these scare tactics, trying to act like he knows things, he's holier than thou, all this kind of attitude, man. It's just contradicting and hypocritical. And instead of actually addressing it and being accountable being accountable for it like a fucking adult, it was just easier for him to delete his Facebook. He deleted his professional and his personal Facebook pages and just started posting shit on Instagram. And I only knew he was on Instagram because he follows my fucking weed page there. So it's just like, it's funny, man. It's funny. You say you don't need the industry. You say, or not even industry. You say you don't need this music. You say you don't need hip hop to be successful. Yet you say you've dedicated your life to it. You say that you are music and shit like that. Like, I don't fucking know. It's just, you get what I'm saying though? You can't sit here and be like, oh, I eat, sleep, and breathe hip hop, and then be like, well, I don't need this shit because I blah, 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 blah. Like, it's ridiculous, man. It's silly. So I'm a bit conflicted right now, I'll be honest, because I just kind of wanted to vent about that, get that off my chest, just put that out into the universe, because it seems like the rap beef happened, Nameless deleted his Facebook shit, and then it all disappeared. It all went away. And it just really bothered me because, again, man, you're a guest in this fucking genre. When I was writing music, whenever I still think about it. Whenever I try to get involved with hip hop, I am a guest in this genre. Like, hip hop originated in like fucking New York and shit like that, in black communities. You cannot sit here and deny that you're a guest within this platform and you want to try to say, oh, it's so original because, just the shit he said. I know I'm going to keep saying it, but the word of the day is contradicting. Just because of that. You can't knowingly be a guest within this community of music and try to be like, man, fuck the majority within this music. Like, are you kidding? Like, just show some respect and show some fucking accountability like an adult. Plain and simple. That's all I gotta say. And I'm sure if dude somehow magically gets a hold of this and hears this, he's probably just gonna write some fucking diss about me that his 3 buddies are gonna hear. And that's it. I don't give a shit. You're still not gonna address it like a goddamn adult. You're gonna play your little game behind your keyboard. And I know I'm being a little contradicting and hypocritical by saying that right now. But I'm just saying, man. I'm not the one that you have problems with. You should just take accountability for it. You said this shit. It's literally, there's screenshots of the text messages. There's a voice recording that is saved on my phone that was from Facebook, so you can't argue it was used without your consent. And also, unlike California, Colorado doesn't have any laws against that. Like in California, remember when that shit happened between like Kanye, Kim, and like Taylor Swift, where they recorded the phone call and shit like that and posted it, and Taylor Swift like had a potential lawsuit against them because you can't legally record someone without their knowledge and stuff like that within that in California. That's the thing. This dude, like, we don't have those laws here in Colorado. And this guy wasn't recorded unknowingly. This guy, like, willingly and consensually wrote these messages out, sent them to another individual on a third-party social media platform that you agreed to the terms and guidelines for, which, let's be honest, you didn't fucking read that either. But that shit says, yeah, we can post your stuff. We can check your messages. You don't have the right to privacy to any of this because it's our social media platform. That's the whole thing about it. Like, trying to sit here and go, well, I can't be racist because last year I talked to a girl that blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter what you were doing last year. It doesn't matter if that, like, this dude also said he was leading the BLM protests, which you push your way to the front of the protest, let's be honest. He wants to also say that he was leading the protests. Yeah, I remember this motherfucker posted on Facebook that he had to leave the protests early, and he had some long-winded excuse as to why he had to fucking leave that early, too. So, in one hand, you're saying, oh, I was leading the charge. But then other times you're like, oh, well, you know, I had to move my car because it was a 2-hour parking spot only. And when I moved it, somebody took the spot that I was going to get when I was walking over to my car because when I got to my car, you know, it's like, be a fucking adult, man. Grow up. Have some accountability. Because it's, like I said, I literally have the voice recording of it. I literally have screenshots of the text messages from you. You said it. And you even confirmed that shit on Facebook, too. You deleted your Facebook. I didn't take screenshots of that because that's just fucking creepy. I wasn't trying to build a case or anything like that, but, like, you said some things on Facebook, too. I'm sure I could find the video on your Instagram, too, like, responding to it. Because whenever people tried to call Nameless on his, like, really shitty remarks, he tried to turn it around and be like, oh, so you support a pedophile? Which, like, what? Like, no. Like, the two people can be shitty in an argument. That's what I'm saying. No one's saying you said some racist shit, so this guy won the argument and he wasn't in the wrong. No, this is real life. Nobody won the argument. Both of you guys punched below the belt. Both of you guys said some really fucked up shit, and both of y'all need to be accountable for it. Trying to brush it off like it's just some beef and shit like that. Like, nah, man, that's the... I'm going to use the term. That's the toxic masculinity that's, like, prevalent within the hip-hop community. And you guys just think, it's okay because we're beefing. Like, y'all argued on Facebook and then it just went away. Like, no. You don't get to say some just blatantly fucked up things like that and move on with your life like you didn't say that stuff, man. That's all I'm saying. And before I went on that second rant, I was trying to say, I was contradicted with this episode because I just wanted to talk about Nameless and spill the tea on all that, get that out into the universe. But I kind of wanted to talk about another subject maybe to, like, lighten it up afterwards, but I don't know, man. It's a pretty good length for the episode. I really wanted to talk about that. I got the recording in there and shit like that. I just wanted that especially to be floating in the universe. You could try to say some he said, she said. I'm just, you know, like, I don't, like, I could post the fucking text screenshots on, like, the YouTube stories or whatever, but, like, I'm just telling you guys through a mic, you know, you guys can't see it the way I do. So I'm glad I have the voice recording in there because that is Nameless's voice. You can't deny it anyway. That is Nameless. And his fucking false ass superhero laugh, like, trying to act like he's amused. And it's like, nah, bro, like, you could tell by his, just how he acts in the call that he's backed in a corner and he said some fucked up shit and people saw it. And instead of, I'm gonna just keep saying it. Instead of taking accountability, he decided it was easier to just delete his shit and move on. Move away. Pretend it never happened. Well, way to go, man. If you're gonna do that, then you shouldn't stick with hip-hop because you said it yourself. You don't need hip-hop to succeed in life. Then go do that other shit that you have backed up then. Go do the other things in your life to be fucking successful then. And quit colonizing within a music genre that doesn't belong to you. Whew. I got a little heavy right there. Nonetheless, yeah, man, that's the shit that went on. It happened in August last year. It happened in August. And I tried to move away from it. Tried not to think about it. But then I just saw, like, this dude performed at the fucking Black Sheep recently. And it pissed me off. like a month ago. Not even a month ago. I don't even think it was that long since he performed at the Black Sheep. But he did, despite the fact that he said it himself. He doesn't need this genre to succeed. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with that today. We got the tea. I spilled it all over the place. I got to get some fucking mops for all that tea that I just spilt. But what do you guys think? What's your opinion on the situation? Like, how do you, I don't know. What's your opinion on the situation? Let me know. I'm going to let you guys sit with that. And do you think this dude should be making music still? Because personally, I don't. At least not hip hop. Like, no, you got to stop rapping then. But yeah, as always, y'all, it was nice. Actually, before I outro, I just wanted to say, it's kind of nice to actually come in hot and heavy with a legitimate topic for the episode today. Because we talked a whole 30 minutes about it. The whole goddamn episode was about this shit. I ranted for that long. Should call this Rivers Rants. That was going to be, I'll be honest, Rivers Rants was a YouTube idea that I had like 15 years ago when I was in like high school, probably. I don't think, it wasn't 15 years ago. That's too long. Back when I was in high school, I had the idea of making a podcast or a blog called Rivers Rants, where I literally just ranted about things. But now I'm a grown-ass adult with a podcast that seems right for my age group. And I'm commentating. Wow. But yeah, as always, wait, back up. Not as always. Sorry, I'm distracted. I have my pen in my hand. Let me hit that real quick. Oh yeah, did you hear that clogged tank? Nothing like a clogged cart to get the day started. Ended, more so. It's like 8 o'clock right now. But yeah, I think I'm going to cut it there, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you listen to the whole episode, damn. If you only listen to part of the episode, damn. I appreciate it. Either way, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your host, What's Up, Riv, saying goodbye for the 15th episode. Want you guys to walk away with something to think about for this episode. Had a lot of juicy tea involving the Colorado Springs rap scene. But yeah, episode 15 is donezo. I'll catch you guys on the next side. Be safe out there. Peace.